Hello everyone on YouTube and Magic players across the world. This is J Dunlap MTG. I'm back again with another XMage video. This time around I was playing around with the recent breakout deck that we talk about on Draw 4 Podcast in the upcoming episode, which is Green X Ramp. I'm playing the green-red version, which splashes red for mostly Dragonlord Atarka and a sideboard card. I've only been playing this deck for a few days, and my goal currently is to see how the deck plays if I don't mulligan. So you're going to see that I don't mulligan very often, but this is a pretty decent hand. It's got some ramp, and it's got something to do with it. Immediately I draw Ugin, which is one of the pieces of the lock, because this is essentially standard Tron. Of course, my Mana Dork's going to get Wild Slash, and that hurts a little bit, but it shouldn't hurt us too badly, considering most of my ramp is actual sorceries. Now, having to ramp with Nissa's Pilgrimage is not ideal when I haven't played anything else, but it really doesn't matter to me that much, considering even with Spell Mastery it just puts an extra land in my hand and not in play. Ultimately, that doesn't hurt too much. It is nice, though, that I did get another ramp card that I can play before I play the other Nissa's Pilgrimage, because now I have enough mana to play Hangerback Walker for X equals 1, and immediately bolster it 1, and now next turn when I play Nissa's Pilgrimage, I can get the Spell Mastery trigger. Now see, even though they are going to use Wild Slash on Hangerback Walker, that doesn't hurt me at all, because that's the whole point of the card. Now I've got 2 flyers that are going to wreak havoc on everything they do. Land count is currently at 6. That's soon going to change, because now I can grab Sanctum of Ugin, because I'm really hurting for getting my first Ulamog in hand. Now I easily have enough mana to play Ugin next turn, which is great, because then I can use Ugin to search up Ulamog. So we're casting Ugin, we're going to search up Ulamog. All we have to do now is top deck an additional land. If it's a Shrine of the Forsaken Gods, then we can play Ulamog on the next turn. Otherwise I have to wait an extra turn, but in the meantime my life total is actually suffering. However, I am able to use Ugin to clear the board of the 2 permanents that were in play. Kolaghan does hurt, and actually it was a mistake of me to attack with both Thopters because they actually accidentally showed me Kolaghan the turn before. There's the shrine, but I had to go and get it, so we're delayed by another turn. I'm actually holding both blockers back this time. Draconic Roar hurts a little bit, but not enough for it to matter, because I'm about to obliterate some of their land sources. They've got 3 mountains now and 2 black sources, so I'm just going to take out the black sources. So that's game 1. Immediately I want to bring in my Fogs, I want to bring in my Landfall, I want to take out Atarka because it's a faster match, I want to bring in my Board Wipe, and I want to turn off the removal by taking out my Mana Dork, and as much as I like drawing cards, Hedron Archive will have to go out because I just can't afford to cast it in this matchup. Again, trying not to mulligan right now, but I get a decent opening hand anyway, and then I top deck the Offshoot. So already it's a bad start for my opponent. Duress certainly hurts, because they take out my mana acceleration, but ultimately, I've got enough lands in my hand to probably make it all happen. Gonna get my value on Hangerback Walker, just cast it for 1. At this point, I could be tapping down Hangerback Walker, hold it back as a blocker, and then tap it down at the end of their turn, but I'd prefer to pressure their life total a little bit here, because if I can get their life total down far enough, then 1 turn of Ugin and then 1 turn of Ulamog and the game's over. So I'm just pressuring their life total for now. Finally get another mana accelerant. I trigger Offshoot, I get Bolster on Hangerback Walker, and I'm actually not going to attack. And I don't think my opponent got that I wasn't attacking, because then they followed up with a Crackling Doom, which I'm assuming they just top-decked. And then I'm able to answer that by tapping down Hangerback Walker, making him bigger and getting 3 tokens, which is really good value. I now have enough mana to drop Ugin, and that's enough for them to scoop. I'm just going to kill off their Seeker of the Way, and ultimately they scoop before I get to start destroying the land with my Ulamog. So that's a 2-0 against Mardu. Ultimately, I think they got some bad draws in Game 2, but I had to really fight for my win in Game 1. And that is among my first matches ever playing the deck. I played a few test matches a few days ago, but the reason I didn't record them was because I didn't know how much time I had to complete matches, and I didn't ultimately upload those because they just were weird for several reasons. It wasn't just that I lost a few of them. It was I would either win by a huge margin or I would lose by a huge margin, and it didn't seem like it was something worth uploading. But I did get some good matchups I can upload today. Hope you enjoyed the commentary being thrown back in. I actually had time to record today. See you later.